welcome you to the world of conservatives. Work, energy, and power. Energy is one of those physical parameters that can neither be created nor destroyed. That is why we'll take care of it in conservatives and not concept of motion. First, we'll start by defining and describing work. Work, mathematically or in physics terms, we'll say that it is the product. Work is the product of force and the displacement created. If I am pushing this board and it's not moving, if I push it for extra 1 year and it did not move, I've ended up doing no work. And some people will carry something on their head and climb up a ladder and come down and tell you that I'm tired, I've done a lot of work. The simple truth means that you've done no work. Because for you to do work, first, force must come in. Secondly, there must be a displacement covered. So when you climb up the ladder, fine, you've created a displacement. But when you climb down the ladder, you've cancelled the displacement which you created, which will now make the work done equal to 0. And sometimes in exams like UTME, they will tell you that a man is carrying a load of 80 Newton on his head, and after 4 hours, calculate the work done by the man. He didn't move an inch. So the work done by the man is equal to 0. So work is defined as the product of force applied and the displacement created by the force. It can be positive and also it can be negative. If I'm pushing this board and it falls on this side, which is the direction of the force, we'll say that we've done a positive work. But if I'm pushing this board and the board fell back to me, I've done a negative work, because at this time it's the board that is doing a positive work. From there we'll move to energy. Energy, as we know regularly, is the ability to do work. Once you have the ability to do something, we'll say that you have energy. You cannot wake someone from the hospital who has been in coma for years to come and take 100 meters athletic race. It's not possible. So you must have an energy before work is being done. So sometimes in physics we'll say that work done is equivalent to energy spent. Because if you don't have the energy, you can't spend it. And when you didn't spend it, work cannot be done. So we'll say that energy is the ability to do work. And there are many forms of energy. We have kinetic, we have potential, we have electrical energy, mechanical energy, chemical energy, which is in the food, and many others. But the major one we want to discuss here is the mechanical energy. Mechanical energy. There are two basic ones we'll look at. First is kinetic energy, which will say that kinetic energy is the energy possessed by a body in motion. When a body is moving or tending to move more, it possesses kinetic energy. But when a body is at rest and still willing to be at rest, that is inertia, we'll say that that body possesses what we call potential energy. And mathematically, kinetic energy is represented by half mv squared, where m is the mass of the body, v is the velocity of the body, while potential energy is expressed as mgh, where m is the mass of the body, g acceleration of free fall, and h is the height. From there we'll move down to power, and we'll say that in definition, power, most of the times we relate power only to work, but in physics is beyond that. Power is more like a combination that can deal with both this or this. You can say that power is the rate of doing work with respect to time, or the rate of spending energy with respect to time. Mathematically, we'll put it down as power equal to work done over time, or energy spent all over time. These two can take care of the situation. But I want to relate something here to work done. Why we'll say that energy is equivalent to work. We'll say that work is equal to force times distance. That is displacement. Now, work is equal to force, and we know what force is. Force is mass times acceleration. So on free fall, we have the mass, and we have acceleration due to gravity, which is mg, which we also call weight. So weight is force. times the displacement this time around will be what? The h. We have what? The height, which is, so work done is the same thing as mgh. We've gotten work done from the formula of work done to get the same thing as potential energy. So it is true that energy is equivalent to work. From here, I can also relate it to the formula of power. Power equal to work all over time. I can say that power is equal to mgh all over time. And many a times they ask us to calculate energy, or they will give us mgh and ask us to calculate work done. Whenever you have that, it's either your work done could be calculated from here, or your energy also can be calculated from here. So if they ask you to calculate power and you have mgh, don't say you don't have work, because you already have it. And mgh over time is the power. Also, energy spent over time is also the power.